Hey y'all! Today on Undeniable, I get to sit with passionate producing powerhouse Phakiso Collins. Come on, let's get into it. I knew that stalking you would pay off.
What's going on here? You in love with me or something? What's going on?
Anyway, the world is truly a better place because you are in it. Your impact is undeniable. Hi, Phakiso.
Hey.
How you feeling today?
Grateful to be here. A little got some. Actually, I don't have nerves. I have excitement. Excitement to be in your presence. Excitement to be undeniable and just be a part of your experience here and share.
That makes me feel so good. And you came looking sexy. You know I appreciate that. You know how I feel about that.
This thing.
For sure.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to get to know you better. And I know even though I'm just starting to get to know you better, I want the world to know you now. So, because, I feel it. I feel it. This is it. So I'm going to tell people a little bit about you because people need to know. You need to know who she is. She my friend. Sorry. Okay. Phakiso Kiki Collins is a multidisciplinary storyteller, producer, and television executive from Greensboro, North Carolina. I've been there. And now residing in Brooklyn, New York. She's provided creative vision, leadership, and social impact partnership to some of the country's top production companies, and in the span of her 19-year career in TV production. Most recently, as Vice President of Original Series at Paramount/MTV Entertainment Studios, Phakiso oversaw multiple current series and development projects across VH1, Comedy Central, MTV, and Smithsonian Channel networks, while also serving as executive producer for Couples Retreat, Love and Hip Hop franchise, Family Reunion, Black Ink Crew franchise, and Smith's Afrofuturism documentary. Phakiso has centered much of her work in unscripted television on expanding the narrative from which we see advocating for stories that humanize, entertain, and uplift. As a facilitator, independent artist, and trained dancer, she's founded and curated several initiatives and multimedia performances aiming to liberate, heal, and empower Black women and young girls in their bodies, sharing work in New York City schools, American Dance Festival, Boston Institute of Contemporary Arts, Connecticut College, Howard University, Senegal, and Ghana. She is CEO of newly founded Fluid Underbelly, a boutique media production and wellness company, and currently looking for her next adventure in storytelling and directing. Her vision is to use media, dance, and wellness advocacy to create liberation and empower people to live outrageously in their fullest expression. That's beautiful. That makes me feel good. I love a bio that makes me think, yeah, my bio need to be better because I want to do some things too. You know what I mean?
These are some things.
And mind you, I know that there is more, and you just are filled with gems. So I really want to get into this. So when I see you, you're going to find out now. When I see you, you just give me this air of confidence and being comfortable in your body. And that's something that I've always struggled with. So I really, really admire that. First of all, do you feel that? Is that what it really is? And have you always had this air of what I see, this aura of confidence and I'm that chick? That's what I see.
I'm that chick.
Yeah.
No, it has not always been here.
Okay.
And sometimes not present in general. But I think what do I want to say about that? The self-love. I think it's a self-love journey. And I've been on for a really, really long time in my body. I would say what may come off as confident, and actually in this moment I'll claim confidence and claiming confidence, but it's knowing myself. So it's knowing who I am and who I'm not, and I've had little experiments with myself. All the time, actually. I still have them. Today is even like, okay, I'm gonna like play with some colors. I'm gonna like put on some beads today. Like, let me like bring out a little bit of my like fun self and a little kink and a little like
Yes.
chill, and like it can be corporate, but you think what corporate is one thing, but no, it's not. So yeah, but like really I mean, it's really been a journey. It's really been a journey, like being comfortable in my skin. Because I would say that I was not comfortable in what I look like. I hated the way my skin was. Like, and I was like, oh shoot, man, it's kind of like messed up because like the skin is the full body. It's the full body, and so like physically, skin wise, where it's like acne and other things, but then also. Like I would feel like a creepiness also, and there was this thing of like not doing it right, like being like wrong as a person, not even like, so I maybe equating that with shame, even like I did something wrong. It was like I am wrong, what I'm thinking is wrong, what I look like is wrong. Me trying to be like feminine, like we were talking about makeup earlier. That was another reason I didn't like wear a lot of makeup, because it was like, oh, I can't do it right. And for a long time, it was like, I mean, even experimenting with like, okay, you know what, I'm going to like try to wear some lace today and see what that is, or show a leg today and stuff like that. But then go on into like learning just who I be, of like, all right, what's my makeup? And I learned a long time ago where it's like you, for me at least, that you have to love something. Like, can't really not, like, if I understand myself or understand a friend, then, like, the love is there. So, like, the love can't happen without the understanding. And so I've done a lot of deep work around loving myself. So to answer your question, I would say yes, the relationship with myself is always a really intimate one. Okay. It's a really intimate one. And I am getting to that point where it's like, okay, like I can feel comfortable with me. But it's not like always there. Like, it's definitely like something I have to tap into pretty much every day to be like, where am I today?
Okay, so
all right, a little uneasy coming into rooms. And breathing, and then like keeping it moving. And I listened to a definition of confidence the other day. It said being willing to try. Somebody Robbins, I forget her name. She was like, her definition was confidence is being willing to try. And I was like, so I've been taking that on like this last week. Okay, it's about being willing to try. And being willing to try over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah. And so as you're being willing to try over and over again, you gain more competency on what you're doing. And so then that can give the feeling of confidence, but confidence is not a feeling at all. It's more of like an action of like, okay, doing it. So I would say like I'm always like doing something, like, no, most people don't even know, but like inside myself, it's always like a self-challenge happening. It's always like a self-transformation happening, and like taking the time to process and like be fully embodied. I think that's helped a lot with just being accepting of myself and being confident when I come into a room. Yeah. And being okay with being like not having it all, not having the whole answer. And if we need to sit in silence until I find the answer, that's what we're going to do for a while. I welcome anyone to help. That type of thing. But anyway, I'm on a road. But that's a piece of it. Yeah. But I'm having fun now. And it's been a choice to like, okay, like, let me have fun with who I am. Gonna get curious about myself. So I'd like beat myself up. Let me be curious about this anxiety I may feel right now. I'm gonna get curious about it. I'm like, okay, some sweet smells like help that, or like going into the bathroom. The bathroom is the friend. Yes. The bathroom is the friend. Okay. Yes. If it's like don't let it be a networking meeting. I'm in there at least like 4 times. Like, it's just going in there ground. Yes. And so, so it helps me as being fully grounded in my body. In my physical body, the smell, and in my spirit. Yeah. And that's aligned, then like my confidence, like it expands. I don't even want to like say confidence, like the capacity expands, the freedom expands. and then people take whatever they take from that. Oh, is this making sense?
No, it makes perfect sense. And when we were preparing earlier before the interview, I seen you get your little aromatherapy on, and I was like, the funny thing is, I have, my sage, I have my stuff lit up here, but I forget how important and how essential aromatherapy can be to your mood and just your overall well-being. So I was like, yeah, what am I gonna carry around with me and smell? I gotta get it together. I gotta be like Kiki.
Have your magic bag, yo. Especially in reality TV, have your magic bag. I remember behind the scenes, even when I was on Housewives of Atlanta, behind the scenes, I might be having lavender. I'd be like, give me some lavender. Okay. Like to producers and stuff, because it's like so much happening. So how to like have calm in the mix of chaos.
I'm getting back to incorporating that into my life because it is definitely important. So, read your bio. I know there's a lot more happening in your life. Plenty of great things on there. One of the main things that stood out to me is how you use your gifts to empower Black women and young girls in their bodies and beyond. I want to know, why is that so important to you? Why do you think it is essential for us to feel good about ourselves and to learn that our bodies aren't these bad things that we should be afraid of?
Well, I mean, I feel like this is where like our power is coming from. It's like because I do move from I experience life in a very physical way as well. It's like if we don't have ownership over all of us, it's like people are just going to be taking that and using it and doing what they will. But I mean, I think that for me, it's essential to be aligning your purpose and power and pleasure as well. Essential to knowing yourself thoroughly, and just think that's, I mean, I find personally that's been important just for my self-esteem, to even move into the world, to have a voice, and talk about it again, the capacity to be able to love and be in relationship fully, just with self, or boo things, or be a leader and be a manager of sorts. Freedom. I think freedom is the thing. That's one of my core principles. Like I said, I grew up I would dance, but pretty unattached to my power. Until I ran track, and I became very functional. And I was winning track and stuff like that. So my body became functional in that way. And I was like, oh, okay, I do have some things to offer. But I mean, I think it's where we draw ourselves from. It's it's what I pull from. It's really what I pull from when I'm leading, when I'm working, when I'm creating. And it's such a rich history of subjugation as well. It's a rich history of people exploiting our stories as Black people, as Black women, our bodies. And so it's a reclamation of power. It's a restoring of self. I mean, I think it's a matter of life and death. Yeah. I mean, really, a lot of times, even on the healthcare tip, of knowing yourself, knowing your skin, knowing the ways you look, knowing the ways you move, to be able to go into and talk to a doctor about who you are. Yeah. Because there's so many times, I know I experience this a lot, where it's no, this is what's happening to you. This is what, it's not, it's well, no, I actually have a mirror out. This is a different color. Right. This was pink the other day. It's looking a little purple. It's looking a little this, and this is why. Yeah. And to have ownership over ourselves. And so I think to move from that space it's important. If freedom is important. Yeah. Not as much if you kind of just want to go about life, but we have so much to offer. Yeah.
Also, going back to your bio and just what I know about you, I know you do a lot. You're in a lot of things. And then just when I think about you and the things that you're doing, it's not just you're here doing stuff and it's no, you doing it. You getting it done. How do you balance your career life with your home life, with your peace and relaxation? How, are you good at balancing? Are you working on it? How are we doing it?
It's a dance. It's been a dance like
Okay.
since about 2000. I mean, probably since before then, but like definitely like 2005, 6, like that, like grind hard, long hours. I've experienced that days upon days upon days working.
Yeah.
But like having that knowledge of okay, personal transformation has been a big thing for me as well. So it's like okay, continue to learn self. So it's like all right, grind hard, working on that, working on television and all that other stuff. But at the same time, I'm like sustaining myself. How do I sustain myself? Sometimes I'm not sustained. But like, but I know the things that sustain me.
Okay.
And so I'll have like a little list, and it might be like, all right, juicing. Like I remember at one point working on a show, it was like, okay, what are the things I need that are actually realistic I can do right now?
Yeah.
And it was like, whatever you do, get your juice on. And when I tell you, I mean, this was like one of those like 23-hour days, 7-day-a-week type of jobs, and like the juicing alone. And then like spiritual fortification.
Okay.
Especially in this industry, spiritual fortification, like knowing why I'm here.
Yeah.
Knowing why, understanding why I'm here. And that's like a lot of reading. That's like on some meditation tips.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of like, I've gotten a lot of certifications, I would say. But the reason I'm going to get those, like I got my yoga certification when I first got into the network.
Okay.
And I didn't even get that one. That was like on my list to get for a long time, but it wasn't like, okay, I want to go and teach. Like as a leading thing. Mine was like, I need to be in something that's scheduled where I'm learning my body and the nervous system.
Okay.
And so that I can learn to calm my nervous system and I know what's happening.
Yeah.
So that I can like breathe in these like kind of like tumultuous times. From posture to different things. And I bring those on set.
Yeah.
I bring it on set. I was like, I remember editing, I was a producer, a story producer, supervising story producer. And as we were reading notes, our thing was like, as we're reading the network notes, y'all, let's do squats as we're reading the network notes. All right. And so as I'm reading these, let's do the push-ups. Because sometimes the idea is like in the movement.
Right.
It really
right.
is. Like it's like so getting out the mind and then getting in the movement. So dance sustains me, dancing when I can. That's like in the street. I don't even like trying to go to class. It's more like getting up and moving, meditation, spiritual life, like really leaning on God, really leaning on my ancestors, really leaning on prayer, like really leaning on faith. I have a whole like fuck moment from like the BET Awards, literally being in the airport. Something happened and I was just like fuck, and then all of a sudden I was like faith, and it was like fuck to faith, and that literally was like okay, all right, you can write it all over. God, I had lost the script and everything, so I was like, goodness. I need to write it very fast. Okay. It was the first time doing something like this. I was like, all right, so here we go. And so those, like, it's a very much so integration. So integration was something that I learned. Being overworked, it was like, okay, you have to integrate the wellness. So my thing is like wellness no matter what. People like, but I'm tired, but I'm this, no matter what. Yeah. But I don't have like the proper clothes, no matter what. So it might look like you got your rig on. And you doing like a little laid back, maybe you need to close your eyes, or you like doing a breathing technique, or it's like, you know, then some is like actually advocating of like, okay, no, like this team needs a certain amount of hours, time, and you know, just like workers are very much so advocating for their rights right now. Yes. All of those things, and at the same time, you know, it's like wellness no matter what. But my other motto was like, do it like it's never been done, which takes a lot of energy. Yeah. And so I think it's like a really, and that was another thing too, just with like the importance of knowing our bodies and teaching that it's like to manage the energy that's around, to manage my own energy, to manage the energy of a team, to manage the energy of a production, and balancing it with home. And so, you know, sometimes it's there. It helps me having a partner that's like in the industry that I'm in, and so we can talk about that stuff. But then sometimes like, okay, no, we're not talking like that. Yeah. But sometimes like need a vent. But yeah, therapy, lots of journaling. I'm on a rites of passage sabbatical right now, so you were saying I'm the VP of original series of Paramount. Inside of that, I was like, and this has been on my spirit for a while. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's time to take a pause.
Okay.
It's time to take a pause. And January, I took that, so that's a part of, like, that's a complete, like, I've never done that before. So I'm in a experience now that's just, like, never happened. And so to, like, completely break and take the moment of, like, this whole month is about body.
Okay.
Don't move it unless your body is like, okay, because I had chronic pain as well. And so it's like how to manage that stuff, and like where it's like being sitting home from set, not being able to go to things, like excruciating pain that I'm still working through. And it's like, okay, I have to like pay attention to those things. So it's like emotion store. That's like the grind. Hashtag no sleep. I was up on that. Don't be up on that. Don't be up on that. Go to bed. Go to bed. Like, stop. And so that kind of thing. But I'm also like creative, so like it's up at night and thinking about things. So I'm all about like the wellness, no matter what. Get your freedom however you can get it, and that's the magic bag. Like that's the magic badges you take. Or that I've taken on to like my experiences to help balance and to help like survive and to thrive.
Okay.
I'd say.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. I love that. Y'all listening, right? Y'all paying attention. I have a surprise for you.
Ooh.
Yes. You are the first guest on my game show called Undeniably This or That. And on this show, I give you two options. You tell me which one you prefer and tell me why. It's not like you got to spit it out. It doesn't have to be fast. Just how you feel and why.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. Music or movies?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I want to say music. Because the vibe, yo. Like, I feel like movies give me story and, like, I'm sucked in. But music, it's the vibe. It's the vibe. And I used to express myself through music and not through words. Like, I didn't have words to say.
Yes.
For years and years and years. And used to lean on just lyrics. That, yep. And to move and to dance. And several playlists make my day.
Yes.
And get me out the bed. And I don't think, actually, I don't think a movie has got me out the bed before. The playlist has.
Okay.
Let's say.
I can accept that. Yeah. All right. Scrabble or Connect Four?
Ooh, Scrabble. I'm about that word life.
Okay.
Is Connect Four about words?
No, it's the colors.
That's definitely, yeah. Yeah. And I just got hip to Words with Friends. Like,
you just...
I'm late. I just got it like 3 days ago.
Hey, whatever time you get it,
it works.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm about that word like that thesaurus, that like dictionary. Yeah, I was a very avid reader being
nice. I'm into Scrabble.
Okay, we can do that one day.
All right, now food. Macaroni and cheese or potato salad?
Macaroni and cheese.
Do you not like potato salad?
Well, it's okay. I'm from the South, though, potato. I'm like, I mean, potato salad is a Southern thing, too. But that mac and cheese is where it's at.
I don't eat potato salad at all. So, yeah, I'm a mac and cheese girl.
And it's just cold, Coleslaw, if cold, what? No. Mac and cheese.
Okay.
Mac and cheese. Done right.
No, done right.
Not everybody's.
Southern, good baked.
Right.
We got to talk about
Don't let your cheese be juicy. No juicy cheese. No juicy cheese.
Oh my God. All right. Prince or Michael Jackson?
Ooh, child. That's a tough one. I'm gonna say ooh.
What you gonna say?
Right.
Take a second.
It's just a tough one. You know what? I'm gonna go with Prince.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Prince. And my why is actually on. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm like, if I was going parody music, I would be up on Michael right now.
Okay.
Be up on Michael right now, and that's someone I know, like his music.
Okay.
And that's who I'm rocking. But. And where I am today in 2023, I'm feeling very Prince. Like, this is a Prince era for me.
Yes.
And then just his artistry, his style, like, it's pretty undeniable.
I heard that.
It's pretty undeniable. No.
Oh my God. No, I feel that. I feel all of that. There's no wrong answers.
Oh my God, that was a hard one though.
Last one. This is personal body question. Body butter or body oil?
Oh. Body butter, but let me be specific.
Okay.
Body butter that's like shea based,
Okay.
that like is whipped,
Okay.
meaning when I put it on my skin, now you're an oil. Yes.
Okay.
Don't give me body butter lotion or body butter like the ball is still on it
Oh,
as you
goodness.
and it's going through.
Yeah.
But a nice whipped body butter is the best of both worlds. I'm greedy. I want both.
Oh, yes.
I'm a greedy one.
Yes. We have so much in common. It's amazing. Well, thank you.
These are great.
You did a great job on my game show. Guys, wait for the next edition.
I love it. That's awesome.
Before I get you back to the millions of things that you're doing, I want to know, in terms of projects, in terms of just anything you're working on, where's your heart right now?
So, my heart, and this is exactly why I'm on my sabbatical rites of passage, so I get closer to the heart. Well, I just had a huge production called Freedom Weekend. It was a wedding. You were there. And that really was where my heart was in terms of like everything I was doing. It was like leading into becoming a wife and becoming lover and becoming friend and creative in that particular type of way. And so now I'm turning over to see where my heart is, and it's in bringing and doing more in that body and sexuality and sensuality space, erotic power. If you don't know it, Audre Lorde, Uses of the Erotic. Wonderful essay by Audre Lorde, and it's about like fearing the yes within ourselves and our erotic power actually being that energy to tap into to get to the deepest desires. And so I want to work on projects that really fuel that deepest desire of people. And so I'm in some burlesque classes right now.
Yes.
I don't know where that's going to take me. I am Calm in the Mix of Chaos is something that I was writing a couple of years ago, and I was just like about like one freelancer's guide on how to find that in the first place in the mix of everything, and we were about other people's stories but our own stories, like really what it is for that. And so to continue on that journey and a few things, and so it's a couple of retreats that I'm looking to create. With my sister, Africa Embodied, and then a pleasure retreat as well with another partner. And so I'm seeing where the stuff goes. And so this is my play space. This particular, like for the next few months, is really a play space to create without deadlines, without expectations, without like trying to put it exactly, will this sell, will this do this? Like, okay, let me play differently in this moment. Because I'm going to be in that moment again where it's like, but we need to go ahead and get this out because like it need to look like this.
Right.
But it's like, I'm trying to lean, and it's hard, actually. To lean in that playground space. And those are my playgrounds right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Writing more and then doing more stuff like this as well and sharing parts of my story more.
I love that. I support and encourage all of that because I definitely feel like you are someone that needs to be shared with the world. Not on a big level like y'all thinking, but like not on the nasty level. I mean, wait a minute. Stop. Hold on. Don't get my show
greedy.
shut down. Don't get my show shut down. But you are someone that I feel like people need to know. So I definitely support you opening up, and I would love to just hear so much more about your story. We got time when the camera shut off. But we have reached the time as to why I tell you why I brought you here. Very dramatic at this part.
Why did you bring me here?
I like how you're in the zone. I appreciate it. Okay. Phakiso, you have a warmth in your eyes that radiates the love in your heart. I knew you were someone special way before we met, but I didn't know that I would care so much about you liking me as well. Watching you dance makes my soul smile as you inspire me to live freely and out loud. Every time I hear someone mention your name, their face lights up and the excitement is evident in their tone. I admire your work ethic along with that dope resume and your mission of empowering women. You're beautiful, smart, funny, and the life of the party. To keep it simple, I want to be just like you when I grow up. Kiki, you're undeniable. I hope you feel all of that. This is
Thank
me.
you so much.
You're very welcome.
I could cry. Yes, tears. Okay. No, thank you so much.
No, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And I'm very. This is also about me being vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very apprehensive with relationships, especially with women, because of my past.
Mm-hmm.
So, to meet someone, another woman who I feel like I want her to like me, it's scary. But I also feel good in opening up to, tell someone, I think you're dope, and I think that we can do some dope things together. So I just appreciate who you are, and yeah.
Thank you for that. And you doing this is like really, it's inspiring to me. I hear the endings of your shows. I'm like, it's inspiring to me because it's like a vulnerable space, and that's where we are all the time. It's where we get to be when like learning to expand and all that other stuff. So I want you to like me too. Stop it. Let's do some dope shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
And play.
I'm with it. For sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, for those that want to find her, when they want to find you, where do they go? How would they do that? How can they connect with Phakiso?
Well, you have to tap into the other dimensions. One. You're going to find me in other dimensions. But in this one, Instagram, my IG is at Kiki Outrageous.
Okay.
And that's really at the main space. But I would say you find my shows more than you find me.
Okay.
And more to come.
Okay.
More to come. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm looking forward, and I'm waiting for it too. Okay.
You might find me at LV Pro Film House as well. Shout out.
Yes. Just a little plug. We love it.
But
You
yeah.
have been awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for you. I'm rooting for you. All that good stuff. Thank you all for being here, for getting in on this good sister moment. Until next time, this has been Undeniable. I'll see you then. My entire life, I've struggled with low self-esteem. I hated mirrors, I wouldn't take pictures, and I certainly avoided social events. Not loving myself kept me in abusive relationships and situations where I was encouraged to play small. Once I realized more about myself and life, I realized that loving yourself shapes your whole life. It shapes how you show up, it shapes what you accept, and it shapes what you don't accept. Here I am. This is me, out in the open, vulnerable, showing you who I am internally and externally, bad hair days and all. Maybe you feel it, maybe you don't, but this is me, and I love it. Thanks for joining. See you next time. Hey, pop, pop. Hey, pop, pop.
It's the outtake.
Stop.